CBS 58 News presents Eye to Eye, your inside look at the newsmakers and issues facing Wisconsin.
Incredible concentration of alcohol combined with the flavoring of this beverage as well as the marketing of the product and the color of the can itself targets young people and targets a younger population under the age of 21.
Zach Komes in the spotlight at Milwaukee City Hall speaking out against the controversial marketing of a new alcoholic beverage. Zach is not a young professional, even a college student yet, but rather an articulate and poised senior-to-be at Milwaukee's Rufus King High School, the leader of a group of young leaders addressing important issues affecting their peers, family, and community. Zach Komes is the president of the Milwaukee Youth Council. Welcome, Zach.
Thanks for having me.
Well, it's a summer vacation. A lot of students your age out either working, having fun, enjoying the time off from school. But you guys not taking a break from tackling an important issue, really getting nationwide attention, this Pabst Blast alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, we believe that the Youth Council believes that the Pabst beverage is targeting young people and it's a harm to our community as a whole.
It is. What is your goal here? I mean, are you trying to limit just the marketing of this product or the sale of it in Milwaukee?
Well, the Common Council actually has a resolution out now that would ask that the Intergovernmental Relations Division ask the state to give the city the power to regulate the sale and the marketing of Pabst Blast by Colt 45 as well as other high alcohol, high malt beverages.
Yeah, again, this is something that other states are looking at as well. In fact, in a letter to Pabst Brewing Company, attorneys general from 18 states, not including Wisconsin, called the malt beverage, quote, binge in a can that targets youth. And that's your message here, that you feel that while Pabst says this is for adults only, just the marketing of it, the fact that Snoop Dogg is involved in the advertising is basically going after your demographic.
Right. The can design would attract youth to the design of the can as well. There's a sponsorship by Snoop Dogg as well as the flavoring of the beverage itself, 12% alcohol, but it's also flavor that for many youth that do not like the taste of alcohol, it is a more attractive beverage. And also they're advertising in concerts and magazines that young people under the age of 21 participate in.
You mentioned 12% alcohol, Zach. The media watchdog group, in industry ears, said, quote, that Colt 45 makers are raising the alcoholic level from the already high 6% to the even higher 12% and enticing young people with hip-hop themes and lollipop flavors. And that's pretty much what your message was to the Common Council a couple weeks ago.
Right. And actually, one can of Blast is equivalent to a 4.7 servings of alcohol. Essentially, this is a binge in a can. It's 4.7 servings of alcohol that can make you legally drunk just by drinking one can in a 2-hour period. So it's a terrible effect on the person drinking it. And even if it's not a harm to youth, it's a harm to our population as a whole over the age of 21 as well. It encourages binge drinking, which is a negative effect of drinking.
What's been the response from Common Council members and other members of the community? Have you gotten calls from people saying, come on, lay off, this is a free country and people should, of legal age, be able to drink what they want to drink?
Right, I'm sure there are those concerns, but we've had incredibly positive support, especially in the Common Council leadership from Alderman Joe Davis, as well as Alderman Wynn Coggs and other key aldermen that will hopefully lobby for this passage in the Common Council in the next coming months.
Of course, Pabst Brewing was a longtime Milwaukee employer, closed back in 1996. Now, Pabst is now based in Illinois. We were unable to get a statement, but I know in the past a spokesperson has said that Blast is only meant to be consumed by those above legal drinking age and does not contain caffeine. As with all Pabst products, our marketing efforts for Blast are focused on conveying the message of drinking responsibly. Have you received a response from Pabst yet?
We have not received any response from Pabst Brewing. We are going to continue to try to do so. But just to clarify, the marketing is not, the can itself looks like a soda or an energy drink. Nowhere, it does say in a small print that this is an alcoholic beverage with 12% alcohol, but if you just look at the can, it looks like an energy drink or a soda, and it's not a very clear marketing whatsoever. And it obviously is targeted at a young population. But even if you don't believe it is targeted at underage drinkers, you have to agree that this is a harm to our community. And Youth Council is asking that the city and the Common Council and the members of the community look at this issue not as simply a youth issue, but an issue that harms the community as a whole. Similar efforts that banned the energy drink combined with alcohol that was recently banned, and other synthetic marijuana, and other issues that harms the community as a whole and not just young people.
Zach Komes, president of the Milwaukee Youth Council. We'll continue our conversation here on Eye to Eye right after this. Stay with us.
You're watching Eye to Eye, presented by CBS 58 News.
Welcome back. Our guest is Zach Komes. He is the president of the Milwaukee Youth Council. And Zach, Youth Council's been around since 2004. I know Alderman Joe Davis was instrumental in getting this group formed. And tell us a little bit about what you do. There are about 13 members right now?
Yep, there are 13 members, each representing an aldermanic district in the city. And when we meet twice a month, once for a formal meeting and then for an informal conference room type setting. At the conference room, informal meetings, we talk about the issues that matter to us, and then from there we take a direct action by writing resolutions, researching the issues, and making our voices heard.
Really something that you can't learn in school, in a classroom setting. You're out there, you're talking to the mayor, you're talking to the superintendent, you're really meeting face to face with these movers and shakers in the community, aren't you?
Yeah, it's been terrific meeting these great city leaders and working with them to improve our community.
Why'd you get involved in this? I know you're co-captain of the debate team and involved in Amnesty International.
Right, and I have a true passion for civil liberties and human rights, but I'm also interested in city government, and I wanted to learn more about how our government works, and this has been a great opportunity to do so, but also spur positive change in the community and make the lives of youth around our city better.
Outstanding. It sounds like some of the people who've run for mayor or alderman in the past. Are you interested in getting involved in serving your community at that level, eventually?
Well, possibly. I'm going to have to go to college and learn what my true interests are, and after doing some research, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, well, first you've got your senior year at Rufus King High School. Tell us about the kinds of things that you're doing there.
Well, I am the co-captain of the debate team. We actually recently went to 2 national tournaments in Washington, D.C. and also in Dallas. And then I'm also coordinator of our Amnesty International ACLU chapter, which is a human rights activist club.
Milwaukee Youth Council not only tackling the Pabst blast issue, but also I know you've met with the general manager of Mayfair Mall a couple of months ago about the parental guidance policy they have there. What came out of that conversation?
Well, the Youth Council believed that a few isolated incidents by a few individuals should not represent the entire youth community as a whole. And we were kind of upset with the discourse of our community saying that it's the youth, the terrible youth, that are causing all these problems, and just a few isolated incidents should not reflect the entire youth population. So we met with the manager of Mayfair Mall, Stephen Smith, and had a good conversation with him, learning about why the parental guidance policy was put into effect. But also, we wrote a letter to him asking that the Sunday restriction be taken away if there was good behavior and there was no other incidents on Sunday. We have not received a response from Mayfair, but we hope to work with them in the future and also with Bayshore Mall as well.
Youth Council really is a voice for young people in this community, isn't it?
It really is, and we've tackled countless issues as well that are influencing young people, most notably education issues. We met with Superintendent Thornton to discuss the state budget cuts that have caused massive teacher layoffs, increased class sizes, and terrible things like that that will affect directly our education in the city of Milwaukee. So we met with him, and we also wrote a resolution asking that the state put education as a #1 priority in the budget, and that the Youth Council does object to the terrible, like $700 million cuts to MPS that will greatly affect our education here in the city.
Just like the Milwaukee Common Council, a group of aldermen, you folks, young people also, I would imagine, have some differences, different ideas. You learn to deal with them and resolve differences as a council?
Yep, there have been some incidents where we aren't getting along, but honestly, our council does get along very well. We are incredibly passionate about issues that affect young people, and there really haven't been any major disagreements. So it's been a great opportunity to learn about other people's opinions and work together to solve a lot of our city's greatest issues.
Yeah, and these are students from all different schools, Dominican, King, Marquette, Riverside, Mesmer. So you really get a sense of what other school communities are thinking about and talking about.
Right, public, private, charter, lots of different types of people that we are happy to have on the Youth Council.
Well, we're happy to have you here today. Zach can tell us a little bit about a group that's been around for a while, and we're hearing more about them, and we wish you best of luck not only this year as a senior at Rufus King, but in your future endeavors.
Great, thanks so much for having me.
All right, Zach Komes with the Milwaukee Youth Leadership Council. We'll be back with more Eye to Eye. We'll be talking about the upcoming Milwaukee Air and Water Show. Stay with us.
You're watching